And welcome everybody to the OLLU softball field. It's a dreary, drizzly day here in South Texas. Much better than a week ago. We're looking at temperatures in the 20s and without power and water, but things slowly getting back to normal. The OLLU Saints coming into this one looking for a victory as they're going up against an old conference foe, University of St. Thomas out of Houston, the Celts. Now NCAA Division III member and a member of the SCAC. St. Thomas comes into this one at 1-3 on the season. The losers of their last two as they lost to Texas A&M San Antonio 6-5 back on February the 10th, and then again on in the doubleheader, then on 5-3, 0-2 against Texas A&M San Antonio, new members of the Red River Athletic Conference. As we get ready for this one to get underway, Angela Ramirez on the mound to start for the Saints. As we get ready for the start. So Emma Garrett to lead things off for St. Thomas. So Angela Ramirez. This pitch going to be tipped back foul. 0-1 the count to Garrett. Ramirez. Conference pitcher of the week a couple of weeks ago. 2-1 on the year. 2.67 earned run average. 21 innings pitched. 20 strikeouts on the year, and opponents hitting .211 against Ramirez. Ramirez. That's waiting for the 1-1 to count here. Top half of the first inning. The pitch is going to be up high, 2-1 the count now to Garrett. Garrett, a freshman. Batting .294 on the year, 3-1 now the count. That's 3 RBIs and a couple of doubles. Now 3 balls and 1 strike here, the count from Ramirez. Ramirez, a transfer from Trinity Valley Community College. That's going to be called strike. Count will go full, 3 balls and 2 strikes. Went 6-1 in 2 years. 6-0 her freshman year at Trinity Valley. 0-1 in a COVID-shortened year, but a career earned run average of under 3 in 2 years. That's fouled back, stays 3-2 the count. So 3 balls, 2 strikes the count. Doubleheader for this one, but we will only be broadcasting one of the 2. I apologize for that. Ball 4. It's going to be a leadoff walk there as Garrett makes her way down to first base. Second game will be broadcast on Facebook Live. It'll be handled by the softball team. We'll be heading over to Missions Baseball Academy as they will be taking on Midland University out of Nebraska. 5 o'clock first pitch for that one. The busy next 4 days here for the OLLU Saints Network. And the pitch there, as that's fouled and a strike. No balls and 1 strike to count. As Mia Terry, freshman out of Texas City, Stepping up to the plate there. So Saints defensively, Kennedy at right field, Nunn in center, Luna in left, Montgomery at first, Esparza at second, Estrada at short, Moreno at third. Gonzalez in the bunt put down, and up ahead Moreno over to first is going to pull Montgomery off the bag. Throw over to third. It's going to be out at third. Terry won't make it over to second with one out. That's a nice job by Montgomery. Montgomery pulled off the bag. It would have been close. So now a discussion over at third base. Let's say Thomas coach. And it's going to be out. So the call will stand. Terry will head back over to second base. No, Shea Montemayor, the DP. Coming up to the plate. It's Montemayor. Shea Montemayor coming up to the plate. The DP. Montemayor, outfielder from Alvin, Texas, a freshman. Steps up into the box here with a runner at second and one out now. And Romero's pitch down the middle, strike, 0-1 the count. To Montemayor. Montemayor in the box, and the pitch here from Ramirez. Puts the bunt down, foul, 0-2 the count. No balls, 2 strikes. Grace Caulfield in the on-deck circle. There's Montemayor in the box. 2 outs, 1 out, runner at second. And the pitch from Ramirez, up high ball. 1-2 the count. Montemayor, 375 average on the year. Scored 3 runs and has 6 hit and 16 at bats for St. Thomas on the young season. That's going to be popped up, foul, out of play. As the count remains, 1 ball and 2 strikes. So 1 ball, 2 strikes, 1 out. And the pitch, that's going to be sent and nicely grabbed out of the air. And a double play. As Estrada just kicks that out of the air, sends over to Esparza at second to get Terry for the fourth, and that'll do it. No runs, 1 hit, and no one left. We will head to the bottom half of the first inning. Still scoreless. You're watching Saints softball on the OLLU Saints Network. And welcome back, everybody. Bottom half of the first inning coming up. Saints, great job off the defensive
First up, we have number 12, Jennifer
defense there. The infield for the Saints is Jennifer Estrada. Will lead things off for the Saints. The shortstop who made the great defensive play gets a chance to show off her bat here. So Estrada steps up. Hitless so far on the year is Estrada. As it is Estrada, Madison Nunn, and Joanna Gonzalez. Due up for the Saints here in the bottom of the first, as that's rip foul down the first base side. 0-1 the count on Estrada. Defensively out for St. Thomas. Dinkel in right, Garrett in left, Lee in right field. Caulfield at first. Brownva at second. Terry at short. Munson at third. Ruther behind the plate and Longo. And that's going to be off the glove of Brownville. And a hit to lead things off for the Saints.
Next up, we have number 3, Madison Nunn.
As Madison Nunn steps up to the plate here. With one on and nobody out. Long out. Leading things off, or on the mound, the senior. It's 1-1 on the year. And that's down the line. Going to be out at first, Madison Nunn, but it will advance Estrada to second. So one out with a runner at second now.
Joanna Gonzalez.
Longett with a 3.50 earned run average on the year. As Joanna Gonzalez makes her way up to the plate. Gonzalez steps up with a runner at second, one out. First pitch is up away ball. 1-0 the count. It's Madison Nunn with a good job of advancing the base runner on the year. Two over to second. It's done a good job at doing that this year. And now Joanna Gonzalez batting .412. Fouls that one back and 1-1 the count. .412 on the year, .444 on base percentage, a home run and 5 RBIs. The lone home run of the year. Coming a couple of weeks ago in the Nationwide Classic here. And she went long against Ottawa, University out of Arizona. So 2 balls, 1 strike to count now to Gonzalez with Estrada at second. Ariel Montgomery in the on-deck circle for the Saints. Bottom half of the first inning. Still scoreless. With St. Thomas, the Celts. Former members of the Red River Athletic Conference. Had never played the Saints in softball. They did not have a softball team when they were a member of the Red River Athletic Conference. Not expand the program until becoming members of the NCAA Division III, non-scholarship athletic division. That's fouled away. 3 balls, 2 strikes. No athletic scholarship division. It's Division III. LA Lake is in AIA Division I, which is basically on the same level scholarship-wise as NCAA D2. That's popped up in the air, and that's going to be 2 away. Runner stays at second. Ariel Montgomery now coming up to the plate.
Next up, number 16, Ariel Montgomery.
So 2 outs now here for Ariel Montgomery. Montgomery, the junior out of Castroville, Texas, makes her way up to the plate. Dina Valley. That's it, high, up in the air, foul, out of play. 0-1 the count to Montgomery. Ariel Montgomery, a slow start to the season from the at-bat. Went 0 for her first 3 games. Then picked up 3 hits, including a home run. The last couple of games, a couple of RBIs for her here on the young season. And that's going to be pushed down the right field side, out of play. And again, count goes 0-2 here to Ariel Montgomery. 200 on the year, 294 on base percentage. Again with the home run against Bellevue. And a couple of RBIs. No balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. The pitch here to Montgomery. Away off the plate, ball 1-2. It's 1 ball, 2 strikes. With Alyssa Moreno in the on-deck circle. That's away off the plate, 2 balls, 2 strikes. St. Thomas 1-3 on the season. Split the first 2 games of the year. Currently on a 2-game losing streak after losing a doubleheader on the 10th to Texas A&M San Antonio. Texas A&M San Antonio, new members of the Red River Athletic Conference this year. Had a rough outing yesterday in Texarkana against A&M Texarkana, did San Antonio. Saints' first games they've been able to play since the Nationwide Classic, as that's fouled, stays 2-2. Had games scheduled at Texas Lutheran and was scheduled last weekend for games against St. Thomas and Southwestern. It's also members, same conference as St. Thomas. But as weather made that impossible. Weather and power and other issues. So this has been made, and that's grounded sharply to the short. Montgomery is going to be out, and that'll do it. Saints get a hit. They'll leave 1 aboard. We'll head to the second, still scoreless. You're watching Saints softball on the OLLU Saints Network. Welcome back, top half of the second inning. Grace Caulfelt will lead things off for St. Thomas, as we're still scoreless here from the newly renovated OLLU softball field. Still working on some of the renovations though, but it is looking fantastic right now. Coach Bruce Liddington and Saints parents have done a fantastic job out here. And that's fouled back out of play. The count 0-2 to Caulfelt. In the press box next year. As infield turf placed down around the infield. And lots of improvements made out here. Strike 3. Caught her looking. 21st strikeout of the year for Angela Ramirez.
Brianna Rither.
Tremendous 109 career strikeouts at Trinity Valley. And now 21 career here, Our Lady Lake here in her first season with the Saints. As Brianna Ruther, catcher, coming up to the plate. Looks for the first pitch to strike, 0-1 the count. And that's fouled back in the count, 0-2. Ruther from Columbus, Texas. About halfway between Houston and San Antonio. There's no balls and 2 strikes to count here from Ramirez. The pitch. Pop straight up to the air. Gonzalez kind of struggling there with the umpire. Umpire can't get out of the way, and Gonzalez can't get to it in time. So another chance. Here for St. Thomas. Ruther. Ruther steps into the box. No balls, 2 strikes to count here. That's going to be low ball, 1-2. Saints 2-3 on the season. Trying to get to 500. That's hit high up in the air. Madison Nunn camps out underneath, and that's going to be 2 away.
Next up, number 7.
And Mallory Munson now coming up to the plate. Munson to third base. Makes her way up. Freshman out of Danbury, Texas. Steps there in the box with 2 outs. And nobody on here in the top half. Second inning here from the OLLU softball field. That's going to be chopped foul down the third base side. 0-1 the count to Munson. No balls, 1 strike, 2 outs. Now with the 0-1 pitch. That's set hard towards right. That's got a chance, and that's out of here. So Munson will pick up the solo shot, and St. Thomas will take a 1-0 lead. As Munson picking up home run number 1 on the year and RBI number 5. And a 1-0 lead here for St. Thomas as she got a hold of that one. That ball just kind of hung up in the air there, and Munson able to drive it opposite field. And a 1-0 lead for St. Thomas now. So Haley Dinkel now coming up to the plate. And St. Thomas now has a 1-0 lead here. And that'll be a strike, 0-1 the count. As Ramirez giving up that home run there. That's up, popped, and 3 away. 1 run, 1 hit, no one left. We will head to the bottom half of the second. Saints trailing 1-0. You're watching Saints Softball on the OLLU Saints Network. And welcome back. Bottom half of the second inning. Ulesa Moreno leading things off for the Saints. Moreno 231 on the year with an RBI. Stepping up here as the Saints trail by one, trying to get the Saints back level with St. Thomas. And the pitch there is a strike, 0-1 the count. Moreno, a sophomore out of Austin, Atkins High School, and a UT Arlington transfer. Played just one game with UT Arlington. Had one at bat against Kansas City last year. Made her transfer down here to San Antonio, Our Lady of the Lake. So no balls, 2 strikes. Here to Moreno. And that's low and away ball. Moreno, Abigail Elizondo, and Caitlin Esparza. Caitlin Esparza due up. That's it, high in the air to left. Getting over underneath it is Lay, who puts it down, and one out. So Abby Elizondo now makes her way up. Abby Elizondo, the freshman from San Antonio Stevens High School, coming up. Stepping into the box. That's going to be called a strike, 0-1 the count. Nice little movement there from Longoot. Or Longuette, I believe. Might be the pronunciation, I apologize. That's fouled off. So no balls, 2 strikes to count here to Elizondo. Elizondo 667 on the year with a home run and 3 RBIs. Now looking at an 0-2 count here from Longuette. Right there, Longuette backhands it. Turns around over to first to Colfelt. 2 down. So Caitlin Esparza now coming up with 2 down. So double zeros, the sophomore out of San Antonio MacArthur High School steps in. Watches that one. That looked way off the plate there, but we called a strike, 0-1 the count. So I'm standing directly behind him, and that looked to be a good half foot off plate there. That's going to be fouled off, 0-2. So no balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. That's up and away ball, 1-2 from Longuette. 1-1 on the year, 3.50 earned run average for the senior. And a called strike 3. Well, at least they're consistent with it. And so 3 away. We'll head to the top of the third. 1-0 St. Thomas with the lead. You're watching Saints softball on the OLLU Saints Network. And welcome back. Ariana Brown leading things off here. And a 1-0 lead for St. Thomas here against Remedios. First pitch there going to be a 4-strike, 0-1 to count to Brown. As again, at least he's consistent with that pitch. But batters will have to adjust if that's what he's going to call a strike today. And that one over the plate, but it's going to be a ball. 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike, nobody out here. Top half of the third inning, 1-0 St. Thomas with the lead as Brown in the box there. And a called strike there, 1-2. Brown 333 on the year. Looks at a 1-2 pitch here from Remedios. They're called strike 3. That one off the plate. So 1 away in the top of the third. So Taylor Lay to the plate, the left fielder. Taylor Lay, Emma Garrett, and Mia Terry. Actually, Emma Garrett also do it. Mia Terry hoping for someone getting on so she can get up that bat here in this one. So 1-0 the count. That one a little high in the zone there to Lay. Taylor Lay, a sophomore from Houston. Southern Wesleyan University transfer. And we'll push that one foul down the left field side, and the count evens at a ball and a strike. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out here. St. Thomas 1-3 on the year. Saints 2-3. That's up and in ball. 2-1. St. Thomas trying to end a 2-game losing streak, and the Saints trying to start a winning streak. So they're at 1 at the moment. Like to make it a streak of 2. Game 2 of this one will be about 3 o'clock. We will not be streaming that one, though. I apologize. But it will be on Facebook Live through softball. The softball Facebook page. So we have to head over to Missions Baseball Academy. So trying to split between the two, give a little exposure for both baseball and softball today as baseball taking on Midland University out of Nebraska. 5 o'clock. First pitch for that one. That's fouled away. Count stays 2-2. It's a busy week, Saints Athletics on the OLLU Saints Network. As tomorrow, baseball doubleheader starting at 1, taking on Southwestern Assemblies of God University, SAGU. The Lions are in town. Saturday we'll be covering a neutral matchup. Neutral field matchup in baseball between Southwestern Assemblies of God and Midland out of Nebraska. And that'll be a single up the middle for Lay, and that'll bring up the top of the order and Emma Garrett. And on Saturday we'll have that. And on Sunday we're back out here. Doubleheader. Softball starting at 1. Trinity University comes along. Another NCAA D3. That's a called strike. 0-1 the count. There to Garrett. Garrett walked her first time up. Walked and then was thrown out trying to advance to third on a hit. And that's fouled away 0-2. No balls. 2 strikes here for Garrett. Again fouled away. To the pitch towards left. Right and back underneath it. Able to bring it in is Luna. And 2 down.
Next up, we have number 4.
That'll bring up Mia Terry to the plate. Terry singled, infield single back in the first inning, and then was doubled off after reaching second. So she reached second after a great stop by Estrada on a liner. Was able to catch Terry off for the double. The 2 outs here in the top half of the 3rd inning. Runner at first, swing and a miss. Runner goes the second, throw, got her. Great throw from Joanna Gonzalez. And nowhere for Leigh to go. And that'll do it. Bottom of the 3rd, Saints still trailing 1-0. You're watching Saints softball on the OLLU Saints Network. And welcome back. Kenna Kennedy, Kaylee Luna, and then the top of the order, Jennifer Estrada. 2 up for the Saints here in the bottom of the 3rd inning, trailing 1-0. Bonget has done a good job on the Saints so far, giving up just 1 hit. And the first pitch is strike, 0-1 the count. Saints heavily right-handed in the order. St. Thomas heavily lefty in the order in this one. It's 1 ball, 1 strike to count to Kennedy. 333 on the year with an RBI is Kenna Kennedy. Senior out of Frost, Texas. Grounder over to short. Terry over to first. Out 1 away. 1 up, 1 down here at the bottom of the 3rd. And that will bring up Kaylee Luna. So Kylie Luna, the freshman out of Converse, Texas. Jetson Rocket makes her way to the box, the lefty. Little righty versus lefty matchup here. With 1 out in the bottom of the 3rd. Showing bunt. Says she went around and a strike. 0-1 the count there for Luna. Luna 429 on the year, 500 on base percentage. For the freshman. As Jennifer Estrada in the on-deck circle. That's pushed foul over the Saints bench area. The count 0-2 now on Luna. So no balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. There's Luna stepping in to the box here. And Long Ed let that one get away, and she'll toss it over the head of first base, and sliding into second, reaching on the air is Luna. As Long Ed just tried to toss over the first.
Jennifer Estrada.
Slipped out of her hand, I guess, and went over. So runner now at second with 1 out. So Jennifer Estrada coming up to the plate. Junior from El Paso. Lefty steps in. 1 for 1. It's the first pitch is a strike. 0-1 the count to Estrada. 0-77 on the year, 1 RBI. Estrada getting her first hit a moment ago. And she's now 1 for 13 on the season. And that's it. Going to be right up the middle, back-to-back hits. And stopping at third is going to be Luna. And so runners on the corners, and now actually moving forward to second is Estrada. So runners at second and third with 1 out now for Madison Nunn. So Madison Nunn makes her way up to the plate. Nunn sacrificed her last time up. Steps up with 1 out now. And runners at second and third at scoring position. Saints with the tying run at third, and go ahead run out second. And the pitch is up and away, ball 1-0 the count to Madison Nunn. Well, gut. Longoit thought that she was going to be out, or at least have 2 outs before committing that error. That's ripped down the line. It's going to be fair ball. And now coming around and safe at second. So a 2-run RBI double for Madison Nunn. RBIs number 3 and 4. The home plate umpire first. The umpire first, and that's what the coach for St. Thomas is. Coach Frobis is saying that he called foul, which he did, and then he changed his mind. And that's what she's saying, is no one reacted because they thought that he had called it foul, which he did call it foul. Looked like he called foul. And then, I don't know if he just made a mistake and then changed his mind. I don't know what's going on here. She does have an argument there. But the Saints will take a 2-1 lead. So twice now that they're home plate umpire, she said that. So 2-run score, 2-1 now. Saints with the lead now with 1 out. Runner at second is Madison Nunn. That's Nunn RBI 3 and 4 now in the year. Joanna Gonzalez coming up, and Gonzalez sends it to center. Back. Garrett's going to misplay it. She slipped away. It's going to land. It's going to be a double. A run's going to score, and it's going to be 3-1. As Madison Nunn sliding, not needing to slide, but I think as she got up, she says, I wanted to get dirty. So 3-1 to score now. It's now Ariel Montgomery coming up to the plate as Gonzalez picking up RBI number 6 on the season and put the average back again above 400. So Ariel Montgomery coming up to the plate. 0 for 1. Her first time up, grounded out. So up here, one ball, or with one out here, the runner at second, the 3-1 Saints lead now. And Montgomery, first pitch swinging since it foul. Down the first base side, out of play. And 0-1 to count to Montgomery. 188 now in the year with a home run, 2 RBIs. With 278 on base percentage for Montgomery. It's going to be a called strike on the inside, and it's going to be 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes. That's down the line. And foul. No balls, 2 strikes to count. Montgomery out of Castroville, Medina Valley graduate. Steps in here with an 0-2 count. And went chasing it. That one well out of the zone.
Next up, number 8, Jalissa Moreno.
And 2 down now. Jalissa Moreno now coming up to the plate, 0 for 1. As Moreno steps up. It's long yet. Pitch ball, 1-0 the count. Ball, no strikes. Saying it's a 3-run third inning to give them the lead at 3-1. That's going to be low ball. And 2-0 the count. Here to Moreno. 2 balls, no strikes. Somebody will fly to left her first time up. 214 the average now of the year with an RBI. And that's going to be pulled foul. 2 balls and a strike to Moreno. That's low. 3-1 the count now for Moreno. Moreno looking to reach and give a chance to Abby Elizondo, who's in the on-deck circle. That's popped up in the air as Terry steps underneath it and will get it 3 away. Saints get 3 runs across. They'll take the lead 3-1. We will head to the top of the 4th. Saints with the lead. You're watching Saints softball on the OLLU Saints Network. And welcome back. Coach From is still arguing with home plate umpire. That's Mia Terry. Had a bunt single back in the first inning. We'll swing and miss that one. 0-1 to count. Had the bunt single back in the first and was part of a double play. that ended that first inning. That's slowly over to short. And Estrada, nice job to get over to Montgomery and one away. One up, one down now, and now Shea Montemayor up to the plate. Montemayor 0 for 1. With one out now. As Ramirez recovered nicely from giving up that solo shot back in the second inning. So the strike there and 1 the count there to Montemayor. That's going to be low. 1 ball, 1 strike, now the count. So Angela Ramirez now, 22 strikeouts on the year and 24 innings pitched. And a 2.59 earned run average. That's going to find its way to left field. Just over the top, base hit. So a runner aboard now with 1 out. As Grace Caulfield will come up to the plate. So Caulfield comes up to the plate with 1 out and a 3-1 Saints lead. Caulfield 0 for 1, struck out her last time up. Now with a runner aboard. That is hit number 4 given up by Ramirez today. His batters were batting .214 against her coming into today. They're giving up 4 hits here early on. 0-1 the count there on the foul back there by Caulfield. Struck out looking back in the second inning. Now and up the middle. Ramirez. Estrada over to first. And that'll do it. Double play. Nicely turned. 1-6-3. And we will head to the bottom half of the 4th inning. Saints still leading 3-1. You're watching Saints softball on the OLLU Saints Network. And welcome back. Abby Elizondo coming up to the plate here. Elizondo coming up as grounded out to the circle the last time up back in the second inning. 0 for 1, 571 on the year with a home run, 3 RBIs. And that's popped up straight up in the air. Munson comes over, gonna misplay it off the glove there in foul territory. And Elizondo gets a second chance here after the reprieve off the drop foul there. And 0-1 the count to Elizondo. Elizondo three hits on the year. Or actually, more than that, we'll check that. 1 ball, 1 strike. Elizondo 4 hits and 7 at-bats so far this season. 2 of those hits have been doubles. 1 was a home run and 3 RBIs. And a called strike there, 1-2, the count there. From Longuette. And comes off. And the foul, the count stays 1-2. So 1 ball, 2 strikes. One ball, 2 strikes. And coming around early on that one. He fouls it off at 1-2. Elizondo, Esparza, and Kennedy 2 up here. So 1 ball, 2 strikes. And that's well off the plate. And the count evens up 2 balls and 2 strikes here for Elizondo. Elizondo, the DP. Steps in here with Caitlin Esparza on deck. And that's it, high up in the air. Leg comes underneath, pulls it in, 1 away.
Next up, 0-0, Caitlin Esparza.
So Caitlin Esparza coming up to the plate, 0 for 1. Struck out her last time up. With Kenneth Kennedy now in the on-deck circle. And that's going to be fouled back, 0-1 the count. Esparza 231 now on the year with 2 RBIs. That's no balls and 1 strike the count. And again fouled off 0-2. Esparza's hit safely in her last 2 games. Prior to today, the last 2 games against Ottawa of Arizona and Bellevue out of Nebraska, she 3 hits and 6 at bats with 2 runs and 3 RBIs. Watches that 1 ball, 2 strikes out of the count to Esparza. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 1 out. And that's going to drop for a hit. So 3 games in a row now with a hit for Esparza. And that'll bring up Kenna Kennedy now to the plate. So Kenna Kennedy out of Frost, Texas steps up. 0 for 1. Grounded out to short her last time up. So runner at first with 1 out. And Kennedy, first pitch fouled back. 0-1 the count to Kennedy. Kaylee Luda in the on-deck circle. The 3-run Saints lead here in the bottom half of the 4th inning. Scheduled for 7. Game 1 of a doubleheader. Here with St. Thomas. St. Thomas, the Celts out of Houston, Texas. NCAA Division III, former members of the Red River Athletic Conference. And runner goes and safe at second on the steal by Esparza. So Esparza picks up the steal now in scoring position with 1 out for Kennedy and the count 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes. As Kennedy steps back into the box there. It's at the 0-2. And rips it, gonna just past the reach of Terry. Esparza rounding second on her way home, rounding third on her way home to score, and it's 4-1 Saints lead. And that'll bring up Kaylee Luna now. The Saints, Kylie Luna now to the plate as the Saints expand their lead to 3 runs now. Kylie Luna steps up to the plate. She reached on an error and scored her last time up last inning. She steps up in the top of the order on deck. And Jennifer Esparza shows the bunt, puts it down, looking to advance the runner. Does, and the runner is safe at second with 2 outs now for Jennifer Estrada. Estrada 2 for 2 and has scored. She's singled to right and she's singled to center in this one. Madison not in the on-deck circle, hoping for a chance here in this 4th inning. And that's going to be there for a strike. And 0-1 the count. To Estrada. Now 143 on the year. Singled to center and singled to right and singled to center. That one a little slow, gets there, and she's going to reach. 3 for 3 now, Estrada. After being hitless on the year, gets hits in her first 3 at-bats here today. So runners on the corners now with 2 outs, and that'll bring up Madison Nunn to the plate. Maddie, the center fielder, 1 for 1 with a scored a run and has driven 2 in today. Steps up to the plate. Junior from Cibolo, Texas. Hello, and throws over to third. Back safely is Kennedy. Estrada at first, Kennedy at third now. With 2 outs here in the bottom half of the 4th inning. The Saints with a 4-1 lead. That's there for a strike. Throw over to second. Safe. And Estrada picks up the steal. So Jennifer Estrada picks up second steal. So runners at second and third now, with 2 outs for Madison Nunn. Nunn now 438 on the year. It's 1 ball, 1 strike. 438, 471 on base, and 4 RBIs. 2 her last time up. That's down the line. Foul. And a count 1-2 now on Nunn. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs. One ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs, and Nunn will foul that one out, and it'll stay 1-2. One ball, 2 strikes. That's picked up by Munson over to first. The Saints will leave 2 aboard. They get 1 across, so they lead 4-1 as we head to the top of the 5th. You're watching Saints Softball, the OLLU Saints Network. So Brianna Ruther, the lead things off, 0 for 1 fly to center her first time up. Ruther, Munson, and Deagle due up. For St. Thomas, who's trailing by 3 now, 4-1 to the Saints. Snowballs, 1 strike to count here. As Ramirez. That pitch is up and away ball. 1 ball, 1 strike. St. Thomas 1 run, 4 hits, 1 error, no one left. Saints 4 runs, 7 hits, and 4 left on base so far in this one. That's popped straight up in the air. Coming over and missing it. Coming off the glove there from Moreno. That's 1 ball, 2 strikes, a second chance, a reprieve here for Ruther. It's 1 ball, 2 strikes. And up in the air, Montgomery will get it. 1 away. So 1 out here in the top of the 5th inning. As Mallory Munson to the plate. Munson 1 for 1 with a solo shot her last time up. The only run for St. Thomas. She steps in here. That was the 2nd home run given up by Ramirez this year. And the first one since the first game of the year. That's fouled off. 0-1 to count to Mallory Munson. Balls, 1 strike, 1 out. Swings and misses at that one. She went for that one high, and the count 0-2 here on Munson. That was her first home run of the year and RBI number 5 of the season for Munson. Munson steps back in. Ramirez checks the signal. Checks the armband. Now the pitch. Up high ball. The count 1-2. Trying to get Munson to go after it high again. She held off. 1 out here now. Top half of the 5th inning. Saints with a 4-1 lead. And the pitch. That's going to drop low. And evens the count, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Two balls, 2 strikes, 1 out now. Ramirez has given up 1 hit in every inning so far this game. Coming up to this one, and that's going to be sent again towards the gap. Coming over, Luna. Able to pull that one in with Madison Dunn behind her, and 2 down.
Next up, number 24, Kylie Daigle.
So Kylie Dekel will come up to the plate here with 2 outs and nobody on. With Brown in the on-deck circle. That's going to be low ball, 1-0 the count. The Dekel. Nobody aboard and 2 outs here in the 5th. So Ramirez, that's going to be fouled off. 1-1 the count now to Dekel. Ramirez now forward 2/3 innings. 4 hits, 1 run, 1 earned, a strikeout. A walk and 2 strikeouts. Now the 1-1 pitch here. Stink will pop to second, back in the second, 0 for 1. And that's up for a ball, and the count 2-1. So 2 balls, 1 strike. That's right to right field. Kennedy underneath it, 3 away. 3 up, 3 down. First time they go in order. And we'll head to the bottom of the 5th. Saints with a 4-1 lead. You're watching Saints Softball on the OLLU Saints Network. And welcome back. Bottom of the 5th inning. The meat of the order coming up for the Saints. Gonzalez, Montgomery, Moreno. It's Joanna Gonzalez to lead it off. 1 for 2 with a double. It's Gonzalez now 421 on the year with a home run, 6 RBIs, a 450 on base percentage for the catcher. As it was a double to center her last time up. They're looking for the gap, going to find the wall again. Gonzalez running first, on her way to second, and in safely with a stand-up double. So back-to-back doubles for Joanna Gonzalez as Ariel Montgomery now making her way up to the plate. As Gonzalez back over, we're going to have a courtesy runner coming in here, as Deandra Veta will be heading over to second base to run for Joanna Gonzalez. She'll be at second with nobody out now for Ariel Montgomery. And Montgomery 0 for 2 today. Did not have a pretty at-bat her last time. She looked as if she was rushing it a bit, just trying to get something. She went after a bad pitch to strike out her last time up. 176 now in the year with a home run and 2 RBIs. That's foul. And again, she goes after the first pitch, and it's foul. 0-1 again to Montgomery. Runner at second, nobody out. As Ulesa Moreno in the on-deck circle. Montgomery showed a lot of power this fall. And now it is sent to right. As Deacle comes over, it's going to be off and caught and going to be 1 away. And the sacrifice will move Veta over to third. So runner at third now with 1 out, with Ulesa Moreno coming up to the plate. So Moreno to the plate here. 1 out. And Veta at third. That pitch is going to be there for a strike. 0-1 the count. Moreno 0 for 2. That's up high, 1-1 the count to Moreno. Fly to left, back in the second, popped to short in the third inning. Now 200 on the year with an RBI. A chance for another RBI here with a runner at third. 4-1 Saints lead, bottom half of the fifth inning. Puts the bunt down. Up ahead, gonna score a run. And out at first. Sacrifice RBI number 2 for Moreno. Veta scores, and it's 5-1 Saints lead. So Abby Elizondo now up for the plate, to the plate for the Saints. Elizondo 0 for 2. Steps up with the bases empty now. And the Saints with a 5-1 lead. And that is going to be pulled foul on the left field side. And the count 0-1 to Elizondo. No balls, 1 strike. And the 0-1. That's 1 ball, 1 strike, now the count. 2-1 the count. And that's foul right towards the Saints bench area. There's the dugout. 3-2 count, or 2-2 the count is. So 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. And that's fouled off again, stays 2-2. Two balls, 2 strikes, and the pitch, swing, and caught a piece of it. And the count stays 2-2. Two balls, 2 strikes. That's high in the air as Terry comes over and gets it. Another run across for the Saints. Top of the 6th coming up. Saints lead 5-1. You're watching Saints softball on the OLLU Saints Network. And welcome back. As Kennedy Irwin, freshman out of Baytown, with her first at bat coming up here. Saints with a 5-1 lead. Is inside the pitch there from Ramirez as Irwin squeezes out of the way of that one. 1 ball, no strike. Top half of the 6th, and it's 5-1 Saints lead over St. Thomas. St. Thomas started scoring in the 2nd inning with a solo shot. The Saints were able to answer back. 3 runs in the 4th, 1 run in the 3 runs in the 3rd, 1 run in the 4th, and 1 in the 5th. And that's where we are at 5-1 now here in the top half of the 6th inning. It's Angela Ramirez. Giving up 4 hits and 1 run. St. Thomas has not left a base runner on. Saints have done a good job getting double plays when they had base runners on. And a called strike there, so 3 balls and a strike now to Irwin. 3 balls, 1 strike. It's going to be there for a strike, and the count is now full 3-2. Ramirez. 2 strikeouts and a walk today, along with the 4 hits and the load run. The junior. And that is over. Montgomery diving, brings it in. Ariel Montgomery able to get that one and 1 away. So that is going to bring up Taylor Lay. Left fielder is 1 for 1. Singled back in the 3rd inning into center. 0-1 the count. Nobody on. Snowball's 1 strike here. And it's going to be pushed foul down the left field side. As the count goes, no balls and 2 strikes. No ball, 2 strikes, 1 out. Over to 3rd. On the first there is Moreno, 2 down.
Next up, number 2, Emma Garrett.
So the leadoff batter is up, Emma Garrett. It's Garrett 0 for 1. Comes up to the plate here with 2 outs here in the 6th inning. 6 in a row retired now by Ramirez. That's fouled back. 0-1 to count. No balls, 1 strike. Ramirez walked in the 1st. He's thrown out while advancing on a hit to 3rd, and then flied to left back in the 3rd inning. 0-1 to count. That's up and away ball, 1-1 here to Garrett. Garrett, freshman out of Danbury, Texas. It's 1 ball, 1 strike now. And that'll roll its way to to Gonzalez behind the plate, and 2-1 the count. Here to Garrett. The 2-1. 2-2 the count now. To Garrett. With nobody on. And 2 outs here in the 6th inning. And the 2-2. Grounder. Passed, and that's going to reach. And Garrett will reach. So I don't think they would have been able to get her anyway. But we'll wait and see what the call is.
Number 4, Mia Terry.
So Mia Terry now to the plate. It's 1 for 2. 2 outs now to runner at first base here in the 6th inning. That ended a streak of 6 in a row retired by Ramirez, and that's foul. 0-1 the count. One ball's 1 strike. And that's going to be pushed foul out of play. There's no balls and 2 strikes. Up high and away, throw back over, got her. 3 outs, top of the 7th. Or bottom of the 6th coming up. Saints leading 5-1. You're watching Saints softball on the OLLU Saints Network. And welcome back. Bench hitter coming in for Caitlin Esparza. It's Felicity Villanueva. Will come up to the plate for the Saints. Villanueva, sophomore from El Paso. Looks at the first pitch, low and away ball. 1-0 the count to Villanueva. Hitless on the season. There's Villanueva. as this her first at-bat of the year. 1 ball, 1 strike had been used in courtesy runner situations. And pitching. That's 2 balls and a strike from Villanueva. As Zoe Jeffers now in the circle for St. Thomas. 2 balls, 1 strike. Bounce right over the Jeffers over at first. Over to first, now 1 away. And that is going to bring up Kenna Kennedy.
Number 24, Kenna Kennedy.
So Kennedy up to the plate. Luna now in the on-deck circle. That's up and away for a ball, 1-0. So a delay there on a re-entry. Brown back at second base. And right again back to Jeffers. Has 2 down. And that is going to bring up Alexis Valdez, a sophomore
Next up,
from
number
Seguin.
24, Alexis Valdez.
Two outs now. Alexis Valdez to the plate. Valdez steps up. First pitch as she comes in for Luna. The pinch hit. The first pitch is going to be there for a strike. Looked awfully low, that one, but it's going to be called a strike anyway, 0-1. As the strike zone has been moving at times and has not been consistent. Started off bad but consistent. And there it goes again, back to that outside pitch. Is going to be called a strike and again 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes now to Valdez. And Valdez will line it right over to Terry. 3 up, 3 down they go. Bottom of the 4th. Or top of the 7th, I'm sorry, coming up. 3 outs away for the Saints and a victory. You're watching Saints Softball on the OLLU Saints Network. Top of the 7th coming up. Saints 3 outs away from getting their third win of the year, second in a row. To get back to 500, 3-3. As Angela Ramirez looking for her third win of the year to go 3-1. As Mia Terry, Montemayor, and Kofelt due up for St. Thomas here in the 7th. First pitch fouled down the line, 0-1 the count there to Terry. Bunt single in the third and grounded to short back in the 4th inning. St. Thomas 1 run, 4 hits, 1 error, no one left. Saints have had 5 runs on 8 hits, 1 error, and 4 left on base. And today, a 5-1 lead here in the 7th inning. That's going to be low and away ball. 1-1 the count to Terry. Remember, we will not be broadcasting Game 2. We have to head over for baseball. Game 2 will be broadcasted on the OLLU Saints Softball Facebook Live. Apologize that we can't be here, but we need to be there for baseball as well. Trying to split things up there this weekend. This baseball will be taking on Midland University out of Nebraska. Five o'clock. First pitch on that one. Up and in on Terry, gets away from that one. 2-2 the count. We've been able to get a 6 o'clock start time for baseball. We might have been able to pull all 3 today. We're not able to do that today because of weather tonight. 2 balls, 2 strikes. That's a line, got to find its way to left field. So 2 hits today. Now for Terry. And Terry is aboard with nobody out. And Shea Montemayor to the plate. Fifth hit coming up now by Ramirez. It's a bunt down right back to Gonzalez, and 0-1 the count now. No balls, 1 strike. And that's fouled out of play. Count 0-2 to Montemayor. No balls, 2 strikes. Runner at first now. Up and away and throw over to first, not in time. So 1 ball, 2 strikes. And the 1-2 pitch up high, ball. 2-2 the count as Gonzalez looks Terry back over at first. Gonzalez has had a great day against these St. Thomas base runners. 2-2 the count here. And that nicely picked up. Throw over to first. Double play. 2 outs. And the 3rd double play turned by the Saints today. So 2 outs now in the 7th. As Grace Caulfield coming up to the plate now. Caulfield 0 for 2. Comes up now with the bases empty. And that is the 2nd great stop there by Estrada at shortstop today. Able to pull that one down as she did in the 1st inning. 1 ball, no strikes to count here to Caulfield. ball, no strike. And that's grounded foul. The count evens up at a ball and a strike here for Caulfield. 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 outs. And the 1-1. That's going to be low for a ball, 2-1 now. That'll be a ball, 3-1 now, the count to Caulfield. Three balls, 1 strike. Ramirez. Swing and a miss, and the count is full, 3-2 now. Three balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. And the 3-2. And that caught her on the arm. So a hit by pitch. And a runner at first now with 2 away. As Brianna Ruther to the plate, who's 0 for 2. Ruther steps up with a runner at first. That's it high in the air, coming over as Kennedy slides and not able to get there. So 0-1 the count here to Ruther. Nice effort from Kennedy. She went sliding in towards past that tarp. And 0-1 the count here. So we're going to have a courtesy runner coming in now for St. Thomas as Emily Frisenhahn will come in. So Frisenhahn at first. And 2 outs now. No balls, 1 strike, 2 outs here. Swerves left, back, Lota able to pull it in. A nice catch in left field. And the Saints will win it 5-1. Angela Ramirez comes away with the win. She's 3-1 now on the season. Saints get the win, move to 500, 3-3 on the year. St. Thomas is going to drop to 1-4 as they've lost 3 straight now. That will do it for us here at the OLLU softball field. Apologize again. You want to watch game 2? It's going to be on the Facebook Live broadcast on the softball page for Facebook. And that will be with you, and that'll be starting up at about 3 o'clock. We're going to pack up here. Next broadcast for us is going to be coming up tonight or this afternoon at 5 o'clock. Baseball takes on Midland University out of Nebraska. Next softball broadcast will be Sunday. We'll cover both games in a doubleheader against Trinity University. 1 o'clock, game 1 start time. 3 o'clock in that area, game 2. So for everybody here at the softball field here at OLLU, Mike Thompson saying so long, everybody. We'll see you next time.